This is the Zeus rod, the best money-making rod. Below the Ethereal Prism Rod, that is the best for making money in fish. At least it used to be. Yes, because that's right. This rod used to be the best, but for making money below Ethereal Prism, but now it's recently been nerfed to the ground. Bit dramatic, but correct. That's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be using this rod to see if this is actually still worth getting as a $1.7 million rod, as it is very expensive, and I'm sure people want to know whether this is still worth it. And I'm a bit fast, so get these boots off. There we go. So I'm in the Kraken. Oh, I don't even have any tokens. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna be down here in the Kraken pool testing out testing out this rod compared to another really good money making rod to see if this rod is still worth it or not. So let's see which rod I'm going to be using alongside this one. So of course got the Zeus rod here. I've currently got a Bissell enchant on it. I'm going to be using seaweed bait, which is a standard. So a Bissell just makes fish 10% makes makes fish bigger to make them more valuable, and of course a chance for a bit fish to be a Bissell, which is good. So but of course this rod will overcome all mutations, meaning if I were to get the quantum and normal subspace mutation sorry, a normal mutation, I just like any mutation like fossilized, this would overcome it and give me the storm, the electric shock mutation instead, if that comes into place. And there's also a chance to get the charge mutations, which I never seem to get. And the other rod I'm going to be using alongside it is all the way down at the bottom of the list, right here, the Challenger's rod. I currently have piercing on it, as this still makes the fish faster to get, as the slashes do increase your progress speed. And I'm going to be using this area right here to test whether the Zeus rod is still worth it or not. So stick around to the end, as the result will be quite interesting, as you are going to want to stick around to the end to find out whether Zeus rod is actually still worth using for money. So that is exactly what we're finding out today. I'm going to be running a nighttime cycle test, since nighttime is the preferred weather for down here. I can show you. So at Mantis, right down here, we have Abyssal Devourer prefers night and Void Emperor prefers night. Truffle Worm and Truffle Worm. I'm not going to be using Truffle Worm because that slows it down. And yeah, this is going to be what my setup. Got sundial tokens down here, and I'm going to pop one to make it nighttime. And we're going to do a test with the challenges rod. Then we will go over to the Zeus rod over here and do a nighttime test with that as well. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be using the rod that does the best for 1 hour to see how much money I can make. And let's just do a quick test, sell inventory, and yeah, there's nothing to sell, as you guys can see. I make no money, and not everything here is favorited. So let's pop the sundial totem, and let's begin. So it's currently still, there we go. So now I'm gonna, there we go, instantly get a legendary. Mainly because nighttime is the preferred weather for down here. And as you guys can see, the slashes are taking effect, and they do speed up the progress speed really quickly. And I'm going to have the camera mode on so that I do not have server messages interfering. So I'm going to skip through to when I finish down here, and let's get the results. And guys, it is now daytime. This fish here, I'm gonna, yeah, so bait crate. Yeah, I'm just gonna count that to say something or anything. So bait crate here, I have completed the one nighttime cycle. Didn't really get that many Abyssal Devourers. So I got this many Abyssal Devourers and Abyssal Kins, and yeah, so I didn't really get that many. But yeah, let's sell my inventory and see how much I made with the challenges rod on piercing. $82,428. And guys, Now that I have completed this and got $82,000, it's time to swap to the Zeus rod. I currently do not have a skin for it, 77% of all of the rods, and this is actually quite a sick rod. It's quite a cool model, I quite like this. But the lure speed currently is only 70%, luck is only 70%, so it's going to be harder to catch the mythicals, but it's fine. Right, so let's park up, and there we go. Let's put the sundial totem, and once it's night time once again, I'm going to start fishing once again. So yeah, so I'm down in the Kraken pool. You don't really make that much money down here, but which is why I recommend you use server lot if you're going to be down here, like a raw totem um or server lot and like that, and probably Merlin's luck. I probably should have done Merlin's luck. And the special thing about this rod is that on every catch you get about a 10% chance for the big pool to come out. I currently don't have the pool, which means I'm going to... Yes, I'm getting the electric mutations. This is not electric shock, I don't think. This is just electric. So, yeah, big electric. So, I currently still do not have, and yes, this is the issue with having non-instant lure. You can miss the shape sometimes. And there we go, we get a mythical. So this is the Abyssal Devourer, and the downside is that this is going to be a lot slower to catch. So the Zeus rod, this is not really the most fair test, mainly because I probably need hasty on both of my rods, like the same enchant and the same bait. Um, I do have the same bait, but I don't have the same enchant, which is the only downside. So, like, if I had hasty on both of them, that would be a bit of a more fair test. And then there we go, another mythic. And then a lot more common, mythics a lot more common with this boss, surprisingly. Because this is 70% luck, the other one's like 120% luck or something. So yeah, this is not as good as the chances for luck, but it is definitely turning out a lot better than the other rods for luck. So this one's quite okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Abyssal is very good for getting this stuff. So I'm just gonna stick through to when I get the electric pool. And guys, I just got a strike, and yeah, we're getting the so we've got the big pool here. So now everything that I catch, well, technically it's a 95% chance. But we would get the electric shock mutation. Yeah, so electric shock shadow fan snapper. You can't really see the electric shock in the water that well, but there you could only just see it. Yeah, so you can only just see it from here. But electric shock and charge will I will end up getting, and sometimes you can't see the electric shock, which is really annoying. But I can assure you, this is an electric shock. So everything I get from here will be electric shock. So as you guys can see, this pool did disappear. Okay, so it ends on an abyssal here. Hopefully, this ends up getting changed. So abyssal deep one. Yeah, so electric shock deep one. So I ended up getting the enchant change with it. Oh, okay, then the enchant there. Not bad. If this is exalted, that is quite good. I'm going to have to go to Moosewood though, because this will add... Okay, big electric shock enchant relic. That's quite good, so... Relic here, big electric shock enchant relic. I'm going to need to go to Moosewood to get that looked at to see how much that can sell for. Then I will add that onto the total value. So that I'm now officially going to skip through to the end of the night time to see exactly how much money I can make with the Zeus rod to this day. And guys, I just finished off Charred Kraken's Herald. A bit annoying, but okay, for some reason it doesn't want to appear as charred. Maybe it isn't, maybe it actually isn't charred and is just electric shock. I don't know. Yeah, so it's not actually charred, it's still an electric shock. That's a bit weird. So I got all of this fish, and of course I'm going to be going to the to Moosewood. So let's use the conception conch and get back to the to calm zone, and let's go through the portal. This is the final stage of the the penultimate stage of this video. So, and let's get my boots on. There we go. And let's get gliding. So, ship right. I like my jet ski. There we go. Oh yeah, so I use the jet ski today, that's fine. So, I now need to head over to Moosewood. And yeah, I got my electric shock enchant relic right here, which is very cool. So I need to find out exactly how much this is worth. So let's talk to the appraiser right there. Annoying that you have to come to Moosewood for this, but it's fine. Tell me the price of this fish. 1,900. That's not correct. There we go. 15,925. And that is a lot of money from just one enchant relic. I am going to keep this because I like to keep my enchant relics. So let's sell my inventory and see how much I get. 71,719. And if I just do very quick maths and add those totals up together, you get a total of $87,644, which is only $5,000 more than the other rod, which was the Challenger's rod. So overly, the Challenger's rod and the Zeus rod are pretty much equal in value. So you don't really get much difference, except Zeus rod is technically better, but Challenger's rod, I suggest you get, for value, I suggest you get the Zeus rod, and for speed, I suggest you get the Challenger's rod. And now, of course, this would be a more fair test if I had Quantum on this and Quantum on this. That would be a way more fair test. But then, of course, I'm going to do this video again, testing every single location in the Mariana's Vale that I tested in the other money making video when I get the Ethereal Prism Rod. And of course I will do that. And now for the final part of this video, using this rod for 1 hour to find out how much money I can get. So I was just looking for my inventory to see if I can use this shiny surge, and it seems I cannot, because everything I have is already shiny, or I do not want to get rid of the previous enchant mutation on it. So Appraiser, don't worry, I'm not coming back to you. You can relax. So I'm gonna head back down to the Kraken pool, which is where I was fishing, and yeah, I'm going to get fishing again for 1 hour. It's going to take a while, but I'm willing to do it. So let's get round to the Kraken pool for the last time. And guys, I have made it back to the Kraken pool. I am, of course, going to be fishing here for a whole hour straight with the Zeus rod and the Abyssal enchant. But just to let you guys know why I'm doing this video. So this rod used to be extremely good, mainly because before it got nerfed to the ground, you could pretty much use garbage bait and get legendaries guaranteed. And you used to only be able to get commons and legendaries, which is what made this so good for grinding in any spot, because you're pretty much guaranteed to get legendaries. It was so overpowered that the devs had to nerf it. And they nerfed the Seraphic Rod as well, but that is still overpowered, and the Ethereal Prism Rod is still yet to be nerfed. Devs, please don't nerf it, because I have currently not got any chance to use any rods in this game before they got nerfed, which is really annoying, and I want to see use the Ethereal Prism Rod before it gets nerfed in future, because of how overpowered it is for money. So, without further ado, let's get through this part of the video and grind for 1 hour. I'm going to be starting the timer. It is currently 4:24 p.m. I'm going to wait a bit before I start, because I am not going to start straight away. And of course I need a little bit of a break, and I'll be back when I start. And literally 1 second after auto migration. And I'm back. So I'm back in the cracking pool with the Zeus rod, abyssal, seaweed bait, and I'm gonna be here for 1 hour. So get the timer started and let's begin.